Well, hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII. Yes, we're inside Balam Garden because I was taking care of a few things today. The first thing I wanted to do, well, there's multiple things that I wanted to do. First thing, I wanted to get a bunch of these Gala cards. That's what I'm gonna call them. These guys convert to something nicely. So let's go ahead and do that because we're kind of starting to get some of the better spells and stuff that we need. And these, if you use support status magic, I think, actually. If you go in here and use status magic on the mystery fluids, they turn into meltdowns. And I'm gonna give those to Squall. No, I'm gonna give those to Zell and Irvine because Squall has the Ultima spell, so he's got something nice there. And then the other thing that I want to convert is going to be the Kistis card here that turns into Samantha souls. Now you might be like, well that card's like pretty good, but who cares? We have plenty of good cards and we will be fine. And these turn into 60 triples. So we're going to give one to Squall, one to Zell, and one to Irvine. Now, what ends up happening, each spell has a thing that's like really good at being junction to. In this case, Meltdown is actually, obviously I didn't give Squall any because of Ultima, but, and I need to rearrange everybody. We'll get there, we're gonna do that in a second. Meltdown is actually better. If we had 100 meltdowns, it would be the best, and it currently is pretty good. And triple is the best for strength. I think the only two spells that generally beat out everything else are Meteor and Ultima, but obviously we don't have Ultima for everyone. So what's gonna happen here actually is we're going to be moving that Ultima up to strength. I think I can just rearrange things. And that's gonna be best. I don't really care too much about anything else, but that strength, hit points, yeah, that Ultima is gonna be good here. But like I said, we need to rearrange everybody, so that's what we're gonna do. I also want to save before we move on. We're gonna be going to a very specific ruin. By the way, to get those Gala cards, there should be a guy that sits here that you can battle. He uses level 1, 2, and 3 cards. He was the best one that I was able to find to get those cards because they're rank 3 or level 3. So yeah, and I just battled him for a little bit. You're gonna have to do some grinding at some point in time if you want to get some of the best spells, so alas, that's what I did. It's easy to get those guys from them this early. But anyway, we're gonna be going to get a new Guardian Force, so let me save, re-junction everybody, and we'll be good to go here in a second. All right, we're pretty much all really well junctioned up here. As you can see, we've got triple and meltdown on Zell. We've got Ultima and Curaga. This is because Ultima is so much better than triple. I think triple goes down to magic next after that. And I'm not too worried. The Curaga is not that much worse than the meltdown, so we'll be okay for now. And then, actually, Irvine did not... The meltdown did not... I think it's because meltdown's a little worse than Curaga here. Let's move... Then, let's see, actually, let's do this. We're gonna go ahead and exchange then. I'm gonna toss those meltdowns to Zell. And are you using the triples? Yes, you are. So we're good there. That will be very, very helpful for not that long in the future. So that's actually really good. I actually really like that. I was not anticipating doing that, but that's fine. The other thing we do want to make sure we have, I don't think you need these. Can you just get rid of the blizzards? The other thing I want is gonna be demis, and I don't think that Irvine has any. So let's go ahead and we're gonna time magic some demis into existence. And I think we've got a few things that can turn into that. We've got some steel orbs, but I think we also have a black hole. So let's go ahead and give those to Irvine. We're gonna need them real quick here. It's gonna be one of the best ways to get that. I think the demis, if I remember correctly, does it say how much? Where's the demi? I think it's a quarter health, right? Yeah, reduce one enemy's HP by a quarter. That's going to be extremely useful. But we're gonna have to go see how much damage we do. We're gonna want to do that because these battles are gonna take forever otherwise, and we risk dying. And for this particular run through, I don't want my characters to die at all. I want to have 0 deaths at the end of this. It doesn't really matter all that much. Like, it's not gonna break anything if we die, but I want to have 0 deaths, so. All right, let's go to the 3rd floor, and we're going to go to the ruins that we need to go to. And I'm gonna show off one of these guys to start with so we can have a discussion on how much these guys suck. And if you've played any Final Fantasy games before, you probably know what enemy we're gonna be facing. Yes, we're ready to go. I think, thinking about it, that's not what I wanted to do. I meant to go into my inventory. Irvine is only level 18, so actually all my, not you, most of my characters are fairly low level compared to Squall, which is kind of why they're a little bit behind. Anyway, we're gonna go north. The world is round in this game, which is, surprise, surprise, which means if we go around, we can, I don't think there's a beach over here that I can get over this island. So we're gonna have to go around. What a pain. And I don't, is there a way through here? Can I go through here? I don't think I can. Nay. All right, we're going around the long way. We are going to the Centra Ruins today. Now, while we go, let me go ahead and discuss what I am not going to do and what I am going to do. And maybe you guys can give me some feedback if you really want me to do it, because I will. I'm not going to be getting a very specific guardian force that appears randomly. I'm going to get... is there a beach over here somewhere? I don't actually know. Let's go find out. I don't remember exactly how to get up there. I'm not going to get the guardian force that appears randomly. I'm going to get the other one that's available there. Now, you could get the one that appears randomly. It does transform into a different guardian force eventually. But that's the transformation actually kind of ruins things for everybody. So that's kind of why I don't want to do it. There's a problem. Am I on the wrong island? I might be. I think I need to be at this island. You can tell that I do not have my map pulled up in front of me. Okay, do I actually have it on here? Nay, I do not. Well, let's just wander. We'll be fine. But one of the big reasons why I don't want to do it is because it's gonna bother something later in the game that we actually do want to do. So because of that, I'm just not going to get that one. It probably until disc 4. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts. There it is. Tell me your thoughts on the matter, and I will tell you my thoughts on the matter. Because that's my thoughts on the matters. I'm not going to get the second Guardian Force, but I am going to get the first one. First things first, save. Save so much before you go in here. Okay, second thing to do before we go in. Actually, let's just go ahead and let's go in. You do only have 20 minutes to do this. I don't care. We're not gonna be well, we will be wasting our time here. But we're not gonna, it doesn't matter. I am Odin. That is the one we can go get. But that's not what we're here for. This is what we're here for. I hate these guys so much. This is the Tonberry. If you've ever played a game, you know what these guys are. Where are your demis? There they are. Okay. Probably should have had those up front. Let's go ahead and use 3 demis. That should be enough to break them down pretty good. 5,000. That's just a quarter of their health. Now, they do use everyone's grudge. This is possible to kill us, which is why we wanted to save before we went in here. Ow, what? I'm not entirely sure what stat that's pulling off of. Okay. Now, as they move forward, I need to heal. Do you have any Kiragas? You do. I kind of don't want to use them, but we're going to. Let's go ahead and use Mug on these guys. Oh yeah, Squall can absolutely die here, and I would not like that. He's gonna continue to use everyone's grudge. You wanna stay at pretty much 100% health if you can. Yeah, that would have killed us. You're being a brat. Can you not be a brat? That would be great. Okay, let's go ahead and I need to move some of my spells around apparently. Don't worry, we can get more Kiragas. They're the least of my concern. I missed that attack. Don't stay away from me. And for the record, we have to kill 20 of these. Okay, we're doing pretty well, but he's getting obnoxiously close. There we go. Whoo! Okay, so we need to kill 20 of those, and that is one. If the timer starts to run down, just leave. And it'll reset. It's not a big deal. Now, you don't get any XP for this. You might get a chef's knife, I don't care. And you get one whole, oh nice. Okay, but yeah, if you don't want to, obviously fight these guys, which you might not want to, you can just turn around and leave, and Odin throws a fit. But who cares? Anyway, let me fight 20 of these guys, and then I'll be right back. Ugh. All right, so I have fought, I think, 19? I don't know how many. I fought almost 20 of the Tonberries, and we're looking for the final Tonberry. At least it should be the final Tonberry that we can, that will lead us into the next part of this. So let's go ahead and we'll fight another one of these on screen, and then no, I need you to stay away from me, like far, far away from me. For the record, I did double check here. The everyone's grudge does 20 times the amount of people or enemies that you've killed. So Squall has definitely killed the most enemies, so that's why he is taking almost, or I think actually over 3,000 points of damage with that everyone's grudge counter. And that counter does only hit the person who's attacking, so that's good. But yeah, that counter can be pretty nasty given the fact that Squall has done so much damage. Additionally, I think after he steps forward a third time, there won't be any more counter that he'll do, but I'm not actually sure about that because I thought I saw him counter no matter how close he got, but I could be wrong. All right. And once you, once you fought the final one, the Tonberry King will arrive. I love his tiny knife. I have no idea why they didn't give him a bigger knife, but it is really, really cute. Well, I kind of know why they didn't give him a bigger knife. Whatever. Now, the Tonberry summon is much different than other guardian forces. Oh, here's his attack. He has a couple attacks. The junk is the big one that he seems to use. Just drop stuff on our heads. I don't think it causes status effects or anything, so. But we'll discuss him in a second here once we defeat him. He has a couple other attacks, but it's nothing like the little Tonberries. I think he does have one other attack. I don't know if we're gonna see it today. I do also think, hang on, he does, he has Death, Cura, and Life. I think if you wait until later, I think I missed that crit. I think he will have full life if I'm not mistaken, but I don't think we're there on those levels, so it doesn't matter. We'll get full lives later, probably. Come on. This battle is not that hard. stomps his little feet. Why do we get that camera angle this time? Oh, little stab. We gotta be getting close. Oh, nice crit there. The explosion, kind of like when Squall attacks, that means it was a crit. I didn't get it there. Oh my goodness, this is a long battle. We're gonna be doing some other stuff to get like additional strength boosts and stuff, but not right now. Ooh, Irvine probably needs to heal here. He could probably handle another hit, but... let's just go ahead and heal him up since we're sitting here. Taking a sip of tea. It has not been too cold, but the mornings are super chilly compared to the daytimes right now. Yeah, it's been like, you know, oh, the daytimes has been like 80 degrees, but it's been like 30. It's very confusing. Okay, we have to be close at this point. There is no way. Well, if I don't get the crits like I want. I keep missing the crits and I'm not sure why. This is a insanely boring battle, by the way. Just me playing it, I'm like, there we go. Another 500 points of damage that I would really like to be getting. Ooh. Oh, I thought we were almost done. Just dropped a television on our heads. Yeah, I guess. There has to be televisions in this game because we could have done a break, but I really didn't want to. Because we went to the TV station, right? So, there we go. Okay, we were like right there. Will be depleted. Where'd your crown go, buddy? Aw, he's scared. I'm sorry. Well, Tonberry joined our party. I guess we should be the ones that are sorry, because we're the ones that were like attacking his friends. Anyway, you don't get any XP, but you do get the royal crown. And looks like we leveled up some here, and we get Tonberry. All right, so before we do anything, I'm genuinely going to skip out on Odin unless you guys comment on this. I'm gonna hold off on moving on too far with the with the story. Until then. Okay, let's go inside. I want to heal and everything anyway, but let's also take a quick look at the Guardian Force Tonberry, like I said, who's a little bit different when it comes to what he learns. So he's got like the magic Guardian Force draw item command, which I don't think, yeah, okay, so we do all have these. So that's the first thing that he has, but it's very interesting that it's on top. But he has level down, level up. He also has initiative, haggle, and familiar, which are all different. So these are actually easier to buy rare items. You can receive discounts. Initiative means that you can enable action as soon as battle begins, which can be very useful for certain, as well as move HP up. This one I'm not too worried about, but if you're having trouble with like items and spells, which if you are, maybe we need to have a talk. But yeah, you can just heal by walking around. I'm gonna do these first. Tonberry is not a great summon when it at least comes to like attacks and stuff. Like if you summon Ifrit, he actually does fairly good damage. Kind of across the board, but unfortunately for us, is not great. Tonberry is not great comparatively. So we will be avoiding that. Also, okay, so we've got recovery magic for Guardian Force. I think that's what I just got. None of these are super important. One of the things I didn't mention, or maybe I did mention, is that we can use an ability to make a whole lot of money. And by the way, that is, I think it's this recovery med. This allows your tents to be turned into mega potions, and I think mega potions can be turned, can be sold for like 1,000? I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's a lot. So if you're having trouble with money, what you want to do, I think that comes from Carbuncle. You just research that on Carbuncle and then buy a bunch of tents, turn them into mega potions, and then proceed to, well, turn them in the tents into mega potions and sell them. I mean, that's pretty much how it goes. And that is an infinite money glitch because I don't want to call it glitch, but I don't recall how much tents are. I mean, we could go check real quick here actually and see. Let's do that. I want to go up to the dormitory and heal because we did take quite a bit of damage, and it's free to go to the dormitory. And if we go over to the training center, we can actually check how much things cost. I can give you a quick money rundown. So I'll meet you right back here. For the record, that is the garage. We want to go down the green one. And if you do, I think you've been in here to talk to this guy before, because this was the Joker? Question mark? I think it was the Joker of the card club. And he should be standing, and if he might not be, he'll be standing right here, and we can just buy stuff from him. I don't think there is no place else to buy stuff in the garden, is there? That seems weird to me. Like, shouldn't we have like a proper store and not some dude hanging out in just hanging out in here? All right, so what you want to do, let's go ahead and we'll just use the recovery medicine. Let's see, we can turn, we have 95 tents and we can turn them into 24 potions. So let's see how much money we can make off of this. Sure. So tents sell or buy for 1,000, and mega potions sell. I was wrong. Mega potions sell for 5,000. So we can just sell these. There's our money. We can go back in here. Let's go ahead and just buy 100 tents, or not quite 100 tents. Go in here. Go to your ability. Go into your recovery medicine yet again. Go ahead and turn all of these 25 mega potions. Go back in here. Let's go ahead and sell the mega potions yet again. There it is. So that is your infinite money, that way of doing things. You can see how much money we just made from that. That's a lot. And the mega potions are fine. Like, if you want to go ahead and make sure that you have some on hand. It won't hurt you. It's not super necessary, especially if you're not doing anything outrageous with your run. But yeah, you can just make a ton of money with that. Okay, so now that we've completed getting the Tonberry, I have no idea how long this episode is gonna be. Let's go visit Timber before we end today's episode, because there's a couple things we want to do before we go to Balam, which is what who suggested that? Was it wasn't Kistis, was it? Kistis? I don't know. Kistis? I'm having trouble with names today, apparently. Which one of you suggested it? Was it one on the left or the one on the right? Was it you? Did you suggest it? Shu. Okay, so it was Shu that suggested it. All right, whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and just bring this. Actually, we'll get Selfie in a bit. Let me go ahead and do it. I didn't really want to do it that way, but it's fine. Let me do a junction exchange because we have had Zell with us for a bit, so let's go ahead and bring her. Ooh, I just healed, so that screws that up. Probably fine. Oh, that was a mess. Let's see here. Can I not? You know what? It's fine. Just heal her up a couple. It doesn't really matter, but I don't like to have them in the yellow. All right, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at our map. We want to go up here to Timber and Wind Hill. Wind Hill is where what's-his-face was from. Well, not from, but that's where Rain was and that's where Laguna was. And we're gonna go to Wind Hill as well. There is a couple things that we can do there and just some weirdness, to be honest. All right, so I think this is the island. I don't think we can yeet ourselves across this little, some of the little pathways oh yes we can, hooray. All right, so let's go ahead and the trains are running again, apparently. What's happening here? No matter what happens, don't panic. That's the sign of a pro. Yeah, so your daughter loves cats, but I don't know about that, man. Yeah, I think the cat is on his head. I have some questions. Do you guys have anything new to say? Oh, maybe I should let her have a cat now. Who knows when we'll get her independence. But young kids should learn that you don't always get what you want. Shoot! Because she's allergic to cats, by the way. Mommy told me that when Timber becomes independent, I can have her. Okay, well, anyway. Moving on. The first thing I want to do... Hi, how are you doing? Nah, I ain't zoned. But I'm mighty flattered that you think so. Huh. Well, one of the first things we want to do is talk to this guy in green. Guess what? I finally became a journalist. The kind that can sing and dance and entertain, of course. I feel like I owe you one. Thanks. I have a gift for you. Take it. All right, and we get a pet name tag. I, off the top of my head, cannot remember what the hell that does. But if I remember correctly, they're actually pretty rare in the game. So there you go. The pet name tag changes a pet's name. We have 2 of them. We're never gonna use it, so it doesn't really matter here, but I wanted to get it because we did earlier in the game convince that guy to keep doing his thing. What's going on here? Hey, nice work everyone. You're all pretty good. I used to get fired up like that when I was younger. I mellowed out after I turned 20 though, right Bob? Yes, Jane, you're an adorable lady now. But you were just as attractive when you used to beat me up. What? Anyway, the second thing we want to do is go in here. Hurry, the train's coming. Okay, so after the girl falls, eek, ouch. Let's go ahead and go up to her. And grab her. I don't actually know if there's a reason to do this. Thank you for your help. Other than the fact that Squall died again. Yeah, you see the little train? Timber news. Young girl saved in the nick of time by brave young man. I don't remember what it says previously, but yeah, that's like the big change once you do that. Okay, so that's all we need to do. How do I get out of here? Is it over here? There it is. Like, where's the door? I don't think there's anything else to really do here, so let's go ahead, head on out, grab our garden, because that's our vehicle of choice. We actually want to go this way. And Wind Hill is across the way. I think we can't go, by the way, we can't go on, I don't think we can go on the, like we can't go through here. Can we go? I'm blanking on how to get around this place. I'm not very good, I'm gonna just straight up admit this, I'm not very good at figuring out where to go sometimes with the garden because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense all the time. Like we can't go through there. I feel like we can't go through here. Maybe we can go around. let's go. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try and remember how to get to Windhill. You can, in fact, get there. I'm just really bad at remembering how to do so. Oh, there we go. Okay, you just go through there, and then we want to head down this direction. Just making sure I was going the right way. There's a little beach here, and Windhill is right there. Let's not run into it with our garden because we have a tendency to destroy things. So next time we're gonna go into Windhill to try and get some stuff, and then we'll move on with the Balam stuff. So I will see you guys then.